tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman. You can come as a pilot, you stay kind of quiet, but you know you love watching my space. So put your cone head shirt on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. You got it. You know you'll be tracking every move it makes. Juicy Jerry. Yeah, Mike, throw a party, man.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. What's cooking? Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Tina says, anybody catch the Northern Lights? I did not. Holy cow, the whole world did, apparently. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I kind of missed the boat on the Aurora. Did anybody see the lights? Good morning, Ryan Anderson. What's cooking? So anyway, hey, I got a little bit of weather to talk about. We don't have a ton to talk about. Got some fun stuff coming up I definitely want to share with everybody. Now that we're kind of in the slow season, tropical season slowing down. Obviously, we don't have anything on the maps. We kind of forgot about the tropics. Above me is, our map isn't on. Oh, and I left the countdown on. Oh my God, there's two things. Where is the logo above my head? I don't have my logo. Huh. Not that it matters. But I should have a logo right there. Oh well. Well, it's the Tropics logo, but it's not there. I don't even know what it's called, to tell you the truth. Properties. What is it? Let's see. No, that's not it. Oh, wait. Basically. Loop. Oh, it might be. Huh. Oh, well. Not that it matters. The big blue box above my head usually has the NHC map. Huh. I don't know how many days it's been off. There's that one. That one's there. We got a red box. Huh. Oh, I didn't have the date. Where the hell's the date? I don't have the date up there. What the hell's going on here? Nothing's working. I should have the date. Oh well. I'm looking at my live stream here. It doesn't look the way it's supposed to look. It looks good enough. But I don't have any of that stuff on here anymore. There's the date. Next text, countdown. Oh, well. Oh, there's that. Let's see, refresh. No? Oh, well. So how's everybody doing? We got Christmas plans. Anybody pulling out their Christmas decorations yet? I want to so bad, but just not yet. I gotta wait. I got the attic ladder down, and I'm so close. So close. But it'll be here before you know it. No Northern Lights at Gulfport. I mean, yeah, Randy, we're moving on. I'll worry about that another day. It's not that big a deal. Oh, we got a yawn. There's long. Oh, you're taking after your brother. You notice Louis' yawns are like half yawns compared to Longo's. Longo has these big old yawns, and Louis kind of like little ones. So we got some fun stuff happening. We got to talk about it, and I got some cool graphics to show you. So we are going to talk about some weather here, no doubt about it. And things are quiet. Hey, we're getting close to Thanksgiving. Can't believe it. Right? What's up, Richard Reimer? How's it going, buddy? Tina, Niceville. That's such a happy place, Niceville. Reminds me of that Jim Carrey movie. What was it? The Truman Show? Ryan's got 5 trees up. Holy cow. 5 up already? I did buy a tree, by the way. I think I bought the tree. We had to get a skinny tree. They call them pencil trees. Because we really don't have a very big house, honestly. We only got a little 1,700 square foot house. And the spot that we put our tree in is kind of narrow. So we need like a 30-inch tree would be perfect. Because we don't want to move couches around. We did that one year. I'd just rather just leave the couches where they're at, you know. But anyway, Louis doing good. So it's Friday. Big shout out to our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. I'm flying up to Kentucky on Tuesday. No Daily Brew Wednesday, Shelly. I'll be in Kentucky. We are doing a barrel selection with Knob Creek. We're going to have a signature Mike Boylan Weather Page exclusive barrel selection available at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. So pretty awesome. So that's where I'll be Wednesday. But you know I'll be posting a lot of that. That's what I do. I've been holding this off because of Hurricane Melissa. I had a really special email and a nice little letter here. Tiffany, I got your letter, Tiffany. Great company here that sent me all kinds of stuff. But the story is even better. But it's called Faded Iguana. And they sent a huge box. It's just something kind of funny. We should have talked about it because we had falling iguanas. Now we got faded iguanas. And got a cool hat for Sarah. But really amazing story here. I would love you all to check them out. A lifestyle brand. That fits me, by the way. That looks like Louis. Me and Louis chilling. But it's all about enjoying life, living every day to the fullest. But the story about how it started was Tiffany had a brain injury and had to relearn everything. So it was built. The company was built for her. So she competed in, Special Olympics, won a lot of gold medals, and it's just real inspiring. So take a look at it. There's iguanas everywhere, but I really appreciate it, Tiffany. Somebody, if you're watching, I really appreciate it. These kind of things mean a lot to me. That we have, special needs daughter too with Sarah, and it's hard, but it's awesome that they built this company. So give them a support. That looks like some awesome stuff. I love my hot sauce, and it's a cool logo. Look at that, Louis. Look, faded one. Look. We just have Louis, the koozie sponsor. We'll just leave it right there. Leave it right there. Don't move. Hey, don't move. Don't move. So anyway, I've been excited about showcasing that for them, and excited to try it. For sure. So today, I hope you come out and see me. We're going to be at Fran Hosh's 17th annual food drive here in Palm Harbor. If you're bored, come out. Greg Billings Band's going to be there today. Free to enter. It's not a enter. It's a food drive. You just show up. It's free. There's Mission Barbecue providing food. We got a band at noon. Greg Billings Band, a real popular band here locally. Bring some food if you can. Non-perishable foods. She raises so much money for a feast here that feeds thousands of families a week in my local hometown of Palm Harbor, where I was born and raised pretty much. Moved there in '85. In fact, the same road that Fran's place is on is where my dad lives. My dad still lives on Nebraska Avenue. I grew up on Nebraska Avenue. My name is signed on Nebraska Avenue. It's so awesome. 85. I got my name, Mike Boylan, 85. But anyway, noon to 6, come hang out, bring some food. It's for a great cause. Drew Garabo is going to be streaming there live. You can meet Drew Garabo. He's going to be there. I'll be on his show today. A little secret, there's going to be some old ex-Bucks players there. Maybe the A-Train Shh. So, come on out and support. Be a good cause. Man, you're such a good boy today, buddy. So I'm excited about that. All right. So that's where I'm heading as soon as we're done with our little live. We're going to be raising a lot of great money and food for a lot of families here in this Thanksgiving time in need for sure. So let's do a few more hellos and get into some weather. Kind of a slow day, I'm sure. What's up there, Tom? How's it going? Bob, Ian, good to see you, man. Mr. Ian from Jamaica. Still seeing a lot of supplies heading down that way. I guess it's a challenge, right? Getting everything distributed. But we really appreciate all those that are down there, including Chad, Mountain Sea Ministries, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit for sure. Little update on the truck. A lot of y'all have been following this journey. These are some pictures from yesterday. I didn't know what this was on the roof. I thought it was a camera, but it's a waterproof pass-through wire system. So I used to have all my wires going in the door jams. So, you know, you shut the door, jams the wires, and I had all these wires going to the roof for my lights and my remote control light, for my Starlink, for the flood, floodlight on the top. Had like 6 wires coming out of the doors, and anyway, they're doing it so amazing. No more wires through the window or the door jams anymore. They're going to pass through, and I just can't believe what they're doing here. There's actually a light bar here above my step. And it's going to be synchronized. And there's a core system that Wheelan makes. And the wiring is so clean. And they pre-make all these wires for the back. And I know you can't really see it. But, oh my goodness. Like, all these wires are going to the rear now. All the rear wires. We got lights going in the back. So I can't wait to pick it up. Everything's pre-made. They have to pre-make all these wires and run them from a distribution box in the front. And they're all synced together, and I'm going to have a control panel. And if you ever been to a NASCAR race, all the tow trucks are all the tow trucks are linked together. And if you ever notice, all the lights now are linked. Like, so when you have 10 tow trucks go by, all the lights are blinking the exact same light pattern, the exact same time. Well, I'll be linked into that, so I can actually go to Daytona and have the same light sequence as the tow trucks at Daytona when they pass by. So a lot of cool technology there. It's pretty awesome. Here's the Northern Lights. I know a lot of people were just talking about it, but this was a neat photo from space that showed the light from the Northern Lights. It's a dome that goes around the North Pole, a magnetic dome of energy, and it gets attracted to our magnetic pole. And that's why you have a circle of these lights. And the stronger it is, the bigger it is, and farther south it goes. But that was a really neat picture. A live picture showing you lights. These are all cities. That's what's even cooler is these are cities. So you can see the big cities and the lights. I do have an outside speaker, Mike. Yes, I do. Apparently, I'm going to be able to light up the whole damn town of Oldsmar. Yeah, hey, there you go, James. It'd be cool. Yeah, it's on Nebraska. Donation site. Yeah, okay. Or a website. Yeah, you can go to Fran's website. There's an event page on Facebook if you want to donate to her food drive today. I posted this yesterday. The turtles. Every day. It apparently, the question makes sense, the answer. That is the optimal sun angle every day. And these turtles, since we've lived here for 16 years, every day, the turtles migrate to the same side of the pond every day. And they hang out with the gator. This is our backyard. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that I count. 10. There's one in the water. 10 turtles. And they are so aware that if I open the screen, this was taken through our back window. If I opened up the back door to the pool, they would scatter. They're so aware of the surroundings. It's crazy. So, good morning, Gisela. Good morning, Harold. Morning, Miss Ann. So anyway, apparently turtles are soaking up the sunlight. A little weather for you. Okay, there's really nothing else unless you're out west. They have the atmospheric river. We talked about it a lot on Wednesday, but we get these low pressure systems that spin. This one's a little weird. It's kind of coming from the northwest a little bit, but basically all this flow comes in, and you get these low pressure systems, and they just sit out here, and they bring a lot of rain. So flooding rain out west for the next 2 days. That's the big story out west. Could be significant. Mudslides. Could be bad. Could be bad. So that's what they're preparing for out west. They have mudslides. They have earthquakes. They have wildfires. They have droughts. People always say, Florida, that's what you get for living in Florida. But there's more severe weather sometimes other places than we get here. And they get it all out there. Looking ahead, temperatures. This is the next 5-day anomaly map. This takes you through Tuesday of next week. This just shows you your average temperatures, high temperatures, average high temperatures. Kind of showing you, obviously, this low pressure out west is driving down those temperatures a little bit. Middle part of the U.S., all of our Texas folks, it's going to be hot. On average, 15 to 18 to 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. And this spreads all the way up to the Dakotas. And you, Harold. Morning, Mr. Bill. Morning, Mr. Mark, Valerie, good morning. I like your beast body logic. They have an atmospheric river. Yes, they do. I can show it to you. It's really fascinating. And it's usually called the Pineapple Express. And all you diehards, why do I have a Princess Cup? It's my backup. Because my Louis cups are in the dishwasher, apparently. I had to grab a cup really quick this morning. So, anyway, no big cold fronts are coming. We're going to look at Thanksgiving. I don't see a huge cold front coming maybe until after Thanksgiving. There was a lot of hype about a polar vortex coming, but I don't see anything yet to go into all that. But we will talk about it. All right. ENSO. I posted this yesterday. This is fascinating. Let's talk about that a little bit. I didn't get any hate comments about why you're talking about weather. But these updates come out once a month. This one came out November 13th. And it is an ENSO outlook. This is where they measure a region of the Pacific, and they measure the temperature anomalies. And if the temperatures are warmer than normal, then we have something called El Nino. If the temperatures are cooler than normal, we have something called La Nina. And that controls a lot of the wind shear through the Caribbean. It changes the jet stream a little bit. So we're at, right now, October, December, we are in La Nina. And we should stay that way through the middle part of winter. La Ninas have a middle U.S. jet stream. And we have a warmer, drier south. So what sometimes happens, hot and cold don't mix, right? So sometimes we have a little more stronger storms across the upper Gulf, middle U.S. when this warm air pulls up, clashes with this jet stream. So kind of where we were last year. We still have cold fronts. It's just kind of where the jet stream is, and on average. El Nino years, the jet stream's farther south, and we get a little more severe weather in the peninsula of Florida. But anyway, when it comes to hurricanes, it don't mean anything. You're going to hear so much hype about this. We're leaning into, so June, July, August, we're leaning into a neutral pattern. We could be inching up into El Nino pattern towards hurricane season. But the question I posed yesterday, and nobody really got it. I was sad. I wanted people to say years that were, El Nino, we're supposed to have less hurricane. So the talking point with the media is when we're in La Nina, which we were this year, we're supposed to have more hurricanes in the Caribbean. We're supposed to have more numbers because there's less wind shear. We didn't this year. We didn't. So that went against what everybody thought. La Nina should have brought more storms. It did not. We didn't have one storm in the Gulf this year. El Nino years, the talking point is, we're going to have a less busy hurricane season. So, listen, everybody's wrapped up in numbers. How is it going to be a busy season or not? Well, what do you define a busy season? Because, again, you get a lot of storms that curve away. Like this year, the U.S. thought it was a slow season. There was 3 Cat 5s this year and 1 Cat 4. It was a lot of strong hurricanes. Jamaica got, unfortunately, hit hard with Melissa. That was the big one this year. But as far as the U.S. goes, y'all think it was a slow season. Now, so the point of the post yesterday was, all right, so let's say the talking point, we're going to have a slow hurricane season because of El Nino. Well, look at 2004. We were in El Nino. Should have been slow season. We had 4 hurricanes hit Florida that year. Well, upper Gulf, and then 3 through Florida. Other years that stand out, 18, Michael and Florence. 23 was Idalia. So, yes, it was slow. But we still had one that brought a lot of damage to not only Florida, but to Georgia and northward. So, it doesn't always mean anything that we're going to have a slow season is the point. Obviously, 2020 was a ton of storms. That was El Nino. And this is the temperature. These are temperature departures from normal. So where they're measuring this little part of the Pacific behind this graphic, if the waters are 1.6 below, if it's more than a half up or down, it determines La Nina or El Nino. So technically they haven't updated us yet, but it'll be blue because we're in La Nina now. But these are temperatures that were warmer, so that means that we were in El Nino. So the point of it is, I ain't putting any stock anymore into preseason forecast, and especially living in the South, El Nino or La Nina, because 18 was a bad year for Florence and Michael. 24 or 22, we had 60 days of nothing. The whole month of July and August, we had nothing. Then we had. So bottom line is, it only takes one. So that was yesterday's graphic. So we got a big high pressure locked in over the south this weekend. Not a lot of rain, a lot of sunshine. Temperatures are creeping back up there. So it's just fall. Time to chill. Melissa will be retired, Jamie. I would bet money on that. Amy, what's up? No idea of bad spring yet, Ann. But I lean towards like Reed Timmer and them. Yeah, I mean, if we're leaning towards El Nino, that usually means a little bit more dip in the jet stream. So yeah, I could see it being a little busier than normal. Yes. If we are leaning towards La Nina, that means the jet stream switching a little bit more dip, which is instability. The key to severe weather is anytime you get any sort of dip in the jet stream, it sucks up all this warm, juicy Gulf air. And so when it's warmer and drier in the south and we have cold up here, it clashes and we get a lot. We had a tornado the other day in Mexico Beach. And that was part of the cold front dip that was pulling in juice through the Gulf. So, yeah, Drought data came out yesterday, as expected. It's more. This is an interesting graphic to really look into. This shows you numbers. So 3 months ago, this region, I covered up Carolina because it's not sticking out too bad, and I ran out of room. But basically, Carolina's and everybody else here was 85% of people were in no drought. 85%. So now only 23% are in no drought. So that's a huge jump. Notice that the D2 to D4, that's the severe drought, and extreme drought. We were at not 1% 3 months ago, and now we're at 22%. So you can see the trend has been up. And I did that juice flow map. I thought it was a really cool graphic yesterday. Last 60 days of rain, it's crazy. The East Coast down in South Florida, purple is 15 inches plus, and the Carolinas here. Georgia got denied, kind of like they do with hurricanes. Everything kind of flows around it. But 100 miles separates the two coasts here. And this whole region here has been denied because of the high pressure flow. We've had cold fronts. We've had these fronts lingered, and that allowed all this energy and juice to get pulled up into these fronts. And kind of worked that way, and all this has been kind of dry air. So we've had 60 days, 2 months, 1-2 inches, and they've had 15 to 20 on the other coast. Huge difference. But it's kind of crazy to see the denial of rains, and then the areas that have got the rains. It's just like night and day. Crazy. So that's fascinating, right? That's the weather pattern we've been in. I posted this last night. Did you all laugh? Did you get a chuckle? It was a busy season, Mike. Yeah, every time El Nino's mentioned, I think of Chris Farley too. Thanksgiving weekend, Emmy. We're gonna look at the cold fronts for Thanksgiving. This was my great post. It was a cool post, Mike. It wasn't a great post. It was a cool post. I told everybody I have a cool post coming. This was from the Smokies. I took this picture. Notice the snow on the post and the fence, and we have the fall colors in the background, right? But we have snow. It was a cool post. It's a cool post. Okay. Dad joke. Oh, anyway, crazy. All right, let's look at the cold front. So, hey, real quick, I talked to Margaritaville yesterday, and I am so excited. We have things coming together for our end of the season benefit party. We have amazing raffles, giveaways at the event. I set up a GoFundMe to help who we're going to support this year, which is Chad from Mountain to Sea Ministries. I have a great write-up on the GoFundMe about who Chad is, who his ministry is, how we've met, what he's done. And I'll be sharing that link soon on there. But really excited about that. Here's a little picture that I put on there. So if you can't come to the benefit party, we really are trying to raise money for what he's done. They were down in Jamaica, one of the first disaster relief efforts. They handed out 100 Furman generators. They gave gas, food, set up, schools, churches, police, fire, all that. And he does that to every storm. So anyway, it hit me one day walking. I'm like, who are we going to support this year? I'm like, man, it's a no-brainer. I mean, him and his wife have been doing this 20 years. So when I share it, take a look at his story and what we've done. That's me and Chad, and we're really excited about that. So we'd love to see you though. So here's the deal on this is what's coming together. So Friday the 5th is our party day. So we're gonna have like about a 2-hour window where it's gonna be our campers that are there. You can rent a cabin, you can camp. We're also gonna be able to have people show up Friday that aren't camping. Okay, and we're gonna have details on that. It'll probably be like a $50 ticket, and that money goes towards everything. So we're going to have an open bar sponsored by Furman. We're going to have an amazing band, Daniel Burns Band, probably 7 to 11. But 5 to 11 is going to be our time. It's going to be the baskets. I'm going to do a little speech. We're going to mingle. We're going to meet and greet. We're going to give away things. It's going to be kind of our end of the year party, Friday the 5th. I'm really excited about it. It's kind of like the season's done. We can just kind of party together and share stories, and we're going to give away a lot of stuff. So that's coming up. And then if you're camping or staying there, I'm going Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. They have an amazing rate. They gave us a huge discount. And Saturday, man, it's just hanging around the pool all day and chill and party. And Saturday night, same thing. They always have fire pits and music, so it's a great weekend. But it's coming together. We're going to have details of how to come if you just want to come for the day, Friday. And I'm really looking forward to it. So it's going to be a great time. And I'm so excited to be helping Chad in his efforts and what he does. Because I've seen him out on the field so many times and sacrifices that he's made to help people. It's very inspiring for sure. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of that as we get closer here. But let's look at the weather ahead. Let's go to tropical tidbits. We have like no rain coming. This is out west, obviously. They do. But here is basically it. Same as Wednesday. There's a little energy over the weekend. Might make it down to Tennessee, maybe. No snow. Looks like this one, a 540 line really far to the north. No big snow event. Got some rain. A little bit of snow, I'm sure, with that up in the north. But so you could have a little bit of mountain range this weekend. Same as Wednesday. That hasn't changed. We always look ahead and look at trends, and that's that. So the next big front looks like it is Thanksgiving week. Here's that low pressure. You can tell it's a little bit more middle U.S. This is Thanksgiving. And it's still a healthy looking little line there. So I didn't look at it today. That's Thanksgiving morning or evening actually. So Thanksgiving, Judy, are you watching? Candy, all of our Texas people. Jason, are you watching? That's Thanksgiving morning. So we could have a healthy looking line brewing, and it could make its way. This is a classic lifting cold front and swings that tail. Cold front season. God, I just got goosebumps thinking about my truck. I can't wait. Josh, Joey, are you watching? Yes, Ian, I will pass thanks. I know, buddy. I know it's rough. Chad said the donations have not been that great for that. And, you know, it's tough, man. I hope there's good help for you down there. I was excited to see Lowe's donated $1 million to Jamaica. I'm flying up to Lowe's, by the way, with Furman and doing a big thing with their team in December. So I'm proud to have Lowe's as a friend. But that's good that what they've done that. So rain for Texas, Jamie. Yep, a little bit. This here we're looking at here this Friday morning. Does anybody shop on Fridays anymore? Is that like Julie was one that stood around Best Buy one time at like 4 a.m. Those days are done, right? You can buy you get the same deal any day of the week, right? Like who the hell is going to wake up at 4 and shop? My dad got a really good deal on tires one time at Walmart, though. There are some I think still some good deals out there. So here's that front. All right, so let's look at temperatures. That front might make its way through Florida even on Friday, Saturday. This is Thanksgiving week. Now let's look back at yesterday's 12Z. Man, about the same. So here's Friday morning. So there could be some, Thanksgiving travel woes. This is Saturday morning next week. So there is a pretty healthy looking cold front. But look at that 540 line. Okay, there was a lot of talk about a polar vortex coming down, but you look at that 540 line, that's the freeze line, and it's not that far south. So you don't even have to. I don't even have to look at the temperature map to know that we don't have anything too extreme. So anyway, that's the following weekend. Let's look at the GFS, which is a terrible model. Here's next Thanksgiving. Am I in the right week for Thanksgiving? Wait a minute. Did I just screw that whole thing up? I think I did. Hold on a minute. Oh my God. Thanksgiving used to be on early. Okay. Erase the last 5 minutes. Thanksgiving's not next week. It's the following week. So all that, every time I said Thanksgiving, scratch it. This is Thursday next week. This is not Thanksgiving. God. David, yeah, I'm looking forward to my truck too. I hope y'all probably corrected myself. Nobody's listening anyways, but that's next week. But Thanksgiving is the following week. Holy crap, I'm 2 weeks. That gives me more time to put the lights up. That's the only good news is messing that up. Thanksgiving week is too far away. Thanksgiving is the 28th or 27th, right? So it's been as early as the 22nd before, 23rd. I think it's the 27th. So we're not. Still not seeing anything. I did look at Thanksgiving earlier today. Just not seeing anything. So, the front next week could be interesting. This is Thanksgiving week and still not seeing anything. You look at temperature anomalies. Not really seeing anything yet. Brewing for Thanksgiving week. I looked yesterday. This is Thanksgiving. But I posted that yesterday. It looks, I don't see any big cold fronts coming yet. There's a lot of talk about a polar vortex Thanksgiving, but this is your EPS. This is your blend of ensembles, and there's just nothing really standing out right now. As far as big cold fronts. Temperature-wise, things are just kind of warm. We're cooler than normal now down in Florida. Obviously, the East Coast, this is the next couple of days. It's cool. It's cooler than normal. But then kind of like not seeing much through next week. Even that big front that we were showing that I called Thanksgiving. I was a little premature on that. My turkey was a little early. But anyway, not really seeing a big front. So, I don't know. Until there's something to see, I ain't going to talk about it. But next week could be interesting with severe storms. So that'll be the next weather is the cold front coming the week before Thanksgiving. Looking out, day 7. There you go. There's, what day is today? Friday. So Thursday, Friday, next week. There you go. Could extend into the weekend next week, not Thanksgiving week. So that makes sense. Long way away, though. Talk about that. But I did want to see that. CSU severe weather maps here. We can look at day 6 panel, day 3 to 8. And there's your little brewing here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, yeah, So there is a line of storms coming next week, midweek, it looks like. Not Thanksgiving week. Let's see if they're talking about it here. Storm Prediction Center. Oh, let's see. Let's see what they say. Day 6, day 8. General trend, deepening trough. Trough is a word for front. Ejecting across the plains towards central U.S. Thursday, Friday. So there you go. Middle week. Funny story. Story time. This is a true story about Thanksgiving. Thank you, Beth Kaplan. I don't see much rain, Beth. Hey, do y'all follow my buddy Mark from Pinellas Podcast? He does a really cool Pinellas County podcast. I like him a lot. What are you guys talking about? Brew Crew? Anything good over there? Anybody new in the Brew Crew? Brandy says her birthday's on Thanksgiving. I know what you're eating for, well, maybe not. Not turkey. Some people eat ham. 27th. Okay, Shelly. Just 23rd. It was a freak year. It was the 23rd. Easter's the one that moves all around, right? Oh, cool, Joe. Hey, James. Appreciate you donating to Fran Hosh's group. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's great what they do. And living here in Pinellas County, I was shocked to hear that they feed over 1,000 families a week. So that's important. So here's a story about Thanksgiving. One of many. When I first started dating Julie, she made dinner. One of the rare times. We don't eat at home very often, but she was trying to impress me, so she made dinner. And she made stuffing. And I will never forget, I was like mad. I'm like, I've never ate stuffing on a day other than Thanksgiving. I did not know that you could eat stuffing on a day other than Thanksgiving. I felt like I was cheating on Thanksgiving. I was like, you can't eat stuffing in March. Daniel, have a good weekend. I did. I ate it, but I felt guilty. I'm like, nope. We eat stuffing on Thanksgiving. So I was confused a little bit. So anyway, that's it. Hey, we made it to 10. Hey, I thought we had some good content today, you know? Good morning, Deborah from Tallahassee. Happy Friday. Is it cool? It's cool up there, right? I love Tallahassee. The trees are beautiful. The hilly roads are beautiful. I liked it a lot. Let's put on a water vapor map while we say goodbye. I'm not going to say goodbye yet, but we're going to say goodbye in a little bit. But I want to look at the water vapor map because the water vapor map will show the out west Pacific. Actually, I want to go west. And let's see if we got a water vapor map showing you what's going on out west. And we'll go back 240 frames. It takes forever to load. But I'll open it up here once it gets going. So this is California, by the way. There's California. See, there's California. That's California. That's California. And as this loads here, we'll see the atmospheric river. Uh-oh. What is this? Ha! Well, just we ordered a sofa and it's not gonna be here till February now. Oh, there's a river. All right, look at this. There's our low pressure spinning all this juice. So here's Hawaii. And they call it usually the Pineapple Express because the juice comes in, usually wraps around and ends up, and it's almost in Hawaii, but there, you can follow the pattern there, right? And so these low pressures come down and they spin in all this juice, and that's what's happening. So you can really see the water vapor loop bringing all this moisture up. And it's not just California, it's, you know, all the states out west. I can't name them all, so I just said that instead. But look at that juice go up into Nevada. Pretty neat, right? Fascinating. Good stuff. David says Chevy's bringing back the 350 V8. Oh, man. I look better in sunshine, John. Yeah, the snow was fun. I will admit. I had a good time. Do it again. Anyway, I'm talking fast, Shelly. Actually, I feel down today, man. She's not going to want to miss that big sale, but hey, Brandy. 6-7. Oh, anyway. So, Richard, we'll see you, buddy. Have a good weekend. We'll be back Monday. No live Wednesday. We'll be Monday, Friday next week. I'll be out of town on Wednesday. We'll be, hey, thank you, Philip. Appreciate the little tip there. And we'll be sharing those shenanigans as I fly off to Kentucky to pick my own barrel. I don't see any cold weather, Trish, coming. Nothing major. Nothing that stands out. We do have a big line of storms. I guess the big news is going to be this front next week. So we'll keep an eye on this. This is next like Wednesday, Thursday right here. This is Thursday morning next week, Thursday. So we got a front coming down next week. So this will be interesting. That might be some storms to watch. And if you really want to know if there's storms to watch, I usually look at the 500 millibar just to kind of get a sense of how big a low. And it's a cutoff low. And they usually mean storms. So there is Thursday. See the low pressure coming across, which kind of Wednesday today, kind of. These cutoff lows, mid-level cutoff lows, bring up a lot of juice sometimes with them. So this is kind of what we're going to be watching next week. And this is just a lot of instability across Texas Thursday morning. And it could spread a little bit as it lifts up out of here. So that we can see some storms into the following weekend. Not this weekend, the following weekend. So we'll keep an eye on this. This is Upper Gulf on Friday. It depends on how low it goes. And it's kind of an negative tilted look to it, which that sometimes can bring some storms right there. As this thing lifts up, pulls the juice up into it. So that'll be interesting. So we do have something next week to talk about. And there's another one out here setting up, another bowling ball. But no polar vortex. I don't see that coming. Some people were talking about it. But look at all these lows out west, man. It's just back to back. Holy cow. I mean, it's just like low after low after low. That's going to be a lot of rain for them out west. So you got the one now, right there, and then you got another one, got another one, got another one. So they got a lot of rain coming in the next while. Let's go to California and look real quick at rainfall totals. That could be some weather for them out west. You get back to 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 back. Oh my goodness! Holy cow! Look at that. That's through Thanksgiving. Double numbers here across California, and that's a lot of rain. Now that's not all at once, but it's these back to back lows. So that's 12 plus inches out west through Thanksgiving. GFS showing. Why do we even care? GFS is terrible. But we'll look at 10 days here. 10-day rains. Let's see. 10 days. Come on. There's 10 days. Well, it only goes out 10 days. Is that right? 10 days? No, it's still running. Still loading. Take 00Z. Yeah, see, you get the same idea. Not as much as the Euro, but a lot of rain along the coastal line there. So anyway, Trish, thank you. Happy Friday. Hey, Faded Iguana, we talked about you today. You got to rewind. I showed you a letter, Tiffany. So we did a little shout out to y'all. Appreciate it. Hopefully we get some customers that love your stuff. Sarah loves her hat. It is the coolest hat I think I've ever seen. Faded Iguana hat. So you can cut it if you want to cut it and reshare it and tag. That's cool. So cool. All right. Well, that's it. We're going to be live on Monday. We appreciate you tuning in. Please go to Fran Hosh's Food Drive if you're in the area. There's a music band today. There's Greg Billings Band at 12 noon, free. I'm going to be on Drew Garabo today. He starts on the bone at 4. He's going to be there broadcasted. If you want to meet Drew Garabo, come on out. You can hang out with Drew at Fran Hosh's. Palm Harbor, Florida. It's easy to find. And donate, bring some food, and it definitely goes to a good cause, a real cause. So we'll see you there. And I'll be posting some shenanigans from there, guaranteed. All right. So you have a great day.